Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Running the Bases. I'm Michael Garaffa, joined today by Ryan Blyant, Nick Nath, and Spencer Shehawk will be joining us in just a moment. Boys, first off, Ryan's here. We've missed you.
Don't act like I've just been skipping. I've been busy.
I know you've been busy. You just haven't been.
I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
That's fair. You really have. You've been doing a lot.
Yeah, and I don't sleep either.
Well, that's funny. We were just talking about that. That's
I'm
hilarious.
so glad you guys were talking about me. It makes me feel so good.
We were talking about how you don't sleep ever. For who knows what reason.
I've got a lot of reasons, buddy. I got a lot of reasons.
Yeah, we spoke. We definitely discussed it, though. It was a topic of discussion on the walk here. So we didn't even really talk about last week, but baseball's back. We spoke about it a couple weeks ago, but it's just exciting. Baseball's here. 'Tis the season. And today we have our piggyback show to last week, which last year we did all in one. But now we are doing it all. We're separating the two. Last week we did our top 10 players at each position entering 2022. This week we are doing the top 10 players in baseball entering 2022. And well, last week's show was interesting. I still want to make a highlight video of that show, just like I did for the one last year, because I think it's hilarious. And I also think
no. Nothing will ever trump last year's.
No, it does not. It certainly doesn't. But it was close.
First off, I wasn't there.
I know.
It was bad.
If you were there, it would have been 10 times. It would have been the best.
I wish you were there.
I know. So do I. It would have been really incredible.
Yes, I was in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. It's where I was.
You consider Rookie about the top 10 outfielder.
Well, we went over this last week.
Imagine being that stupid. Imagine being that stupid.
Well, we're not hating on Spencer here.
I will hate on his list, though. Not him personally, but I will hate on his list.
Good. I'm glad. Just needed to make sure. There will be no co-host slander here. Speaking of said co-host, Spencer is here. He doesn't have a key to get in the door. So we've got it. I don't know why I took this out. There's no way he can.
There's a free grub. Yeah.
Oh, so he went over to the thing across the street. That's exactly what it was. So Spencer's joined us with cheese on 2 hot dogs and buns and lettuce and beans.
Oh, thank you for the commentary on his dinner tonight.
You're welcome. I
have to say, this is terrific radio right now.
Yeah. For those, I need to show you. Yes. Show the people. Food Network.
I never say no to a free meal.
We're really showing off all of our diversity and how we can be on radio. Man, we got food, we got culture, we got talking about people's sleep habits and baseball. We're killing it.
Wait, where did I don't know how to get into the culture here. We were talking about how Ryan doesn't sleep before you got here.
That is very true.
It was quite the adventure. So we are here with our top 10 players in baseball. This is all subjective. Just putting that out there. This is all subjective except for Spencer, who claims that his is the list.
The list.
The list,
Obviously.
yes. He claims that it is the list for the top 10 players in baseball.
Said Arkansas was going to upset. I'm ready to win this too.
Oh, there you go.
Let's do it.
So this is we've got a fun one ahead of us. I'm excited. I think I timed it out perfectly, and if we spend 5 minutes on each position at maximum total, then we will be able to get through this in time, which I'm very excited about. So let's get into it, shall we? While Spencer gets in, he'll go last because he's got to join the stream and get his stuff ready. So we'll go in the order of Nick, Ryan, me, and then Spencer. We'll be last for this one, and then we'll figure out a new order when Spencer's.
I won last week, so it only makes sense.
I won last week.
What did you win last week?
He won. All right. So Nick, who is your number 10 player in baseball? I'm going to actually set a timer because I really want to stick to this because I really have the feeling that we can be on point with this, and we still have 2 more minutes before we've reached the point of no return. All right, go ahead. You can. Our 5 minutes for 10 is on the clock.
Oh yeah, so number 10, I have a guy who will unfortunately start the season on the IL, but he's a premier guy in baseball now. Arguably one of the faces of baseball. Then Tatis Jr. Well, we haven't seen a full season of him. Well, stats wise, we know what this guy can do. day in, day out. He's one of the most electrifying players in baseball, and I think he's easily a top 10 player. I have my number 10 to start the year.
I'm intrigued that you and we can, because we have 5 minutes, we can talk about them a little bit more. I'm intrigued you have Tatis to me low. He's a little low. Do you not have him on your list, Spencer?
We're already getting into this.
We're not there. I'm lying.
My only argument for him not having him so low is we haven't seen a full season out of him yet, obviously. And defensively, too, there's some things that he needs to still fix and hone in on. Obviously, when he's fully healthy, he can easily be a top 3, top 5 player in the game. But the guys above him have played full seasons. They're justified in this league. I'm not saying Tatis isn't justified, but I need to see a full season.
Okay.
That's my main point right now.
All right. Ryan?
I actually agree. I have Tatis at 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
I have the same worries as Nakash. It's simple. Health and defensively. Those are the 2 issues, and I think it's very valid, especially when he is asked after he needs wrist surgery, did this happen due to your motorcycle accident? He's like, which one? Can we, explain how stupid that is?
That was gangster, right?
The talent is there. He is one of the most electric players in baseball. That's why he's number 10. But, man, he's got to get healthy, and, man, he has to be smart.
I agree. I will say you guys have persuaded me a little bit. I did move him on my list a little bit.
Awesome.
I just want to point out Spencer is eating a hot dog and cheese sandwich right now. This is a culinary
It's very efficient.
It's a culinary first. I have never seen this before in my life. Were they serving like
what?
No.
Oh,
they ran out of burgers, so I'm making it work.
They ran out of burgers. Hey, when they run out of burgers, you make hot dog sandwiches.
It's a hot dog burger.
Yeah.
Burger dog.
All right.
All right. Me? No, you gotta go. Or are you gonna
No, I'll go last.
Okay. I would like to point out,
After you
I wrote down my list to prove how I was thinking, because I wanted to write down, what was I thinking at times, right? So number 10, at one point, I had Tatis Jr., and another point, I had Eric Judd.
Okay.
What I landed on, though, was Marcus Simeone. Marcus Simeone was a top 3 MVP candidate in 2019 and 2020.
He shouldn't have been it last year. Okay, let's get over that one real quick. Don't even mention that, otherwise I will go off.
He has also played the most games in Major League Baseball in the last 3 years. I feel like putting him at number 10, while he's not necessarily the best at his position, the fact that he's playing every game and he's playing at a very high level, I think that puts him at number 10.
Who did you have higher than him at second base?
Higher at second base right now?
Yeah, because you said he wasn't the best in the position. I thought you had him at first last week.
Well, I'm saying he arguably isn't, but he could be. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But
Okay.
he was a shortstop in 2019.
Right.
So maybe he's not the best, but he's played more games than anybody else. That is me. You will see a consistency with this going forward.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Do I agree? No. But I don't hate
There's
it.
probably about 15 players.
But they haven't played as much.
I don't know.
And
I
there
would
is a
put him in
value
the
to
top
that.
20. I would put him in the top 20.
I
18 or
chose
19.
between 20.
Oh, he's between 15 and 20 for me. I agree with Spencer that he's a top 20 player. For sure.
Hey, for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
15 players better than him. Nice.
Okay. So at my number 10, I have Carlos Correa. Correa just signed a big deal with the Twins. I'm very high on Correa. Everyone knows I have him as the number 1 shortstop in baseball entering the year, which means he's the only shortstop. That's a lie. I almost said he's the only shortstop on this list, but he's not. I do have him as the top shortstop in baseball. He's not the top on this list, but I'm very high on Carlos Correa. Everyone knows this. I think he's a fantastic player.
So you have no more shortstops on your list.
I do. I have one, but I forgot
As
Correa
you should.
is my number 1 in baseball. We lost it. He's the number 1 in baseball for me. But in terms of top 10 players, I have the other one a little higher, the aforementioned one. So that gets us to number 9, and perfectly on time, we've hit our timer. So, yes, that is my timer. You guys can all laugh
Did I
at
just
it.
hear a Mets timer?
You did. I actually
No.
spent money on this a long time ago.
Oh,
I did.
oh, that is pathetic.
to my roommate yesterday about how baseball used to do all these really fun little jingles, like the Mets when the
Well, the
White
Mets
Sox
still
come.
have it.
But they don't make any new ones for any of the new teams.
I know.
That's what I was
true.
saying.
Meet the Guardians.
No, that'd be all right. Like,
all right, so we roll into number 9. Let's get rolling. We'll just do the same order we did, Nick. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so number 9, I got a guy who arguably, I don't know why he's like in and out of the top 5, top 10, but talent-wise and production-wise, especially after last season when he really put it all together, I think Aaron Judge is easily 9 on this list. He's a guy that can go out and hit 50 bombs easily. His batting average just hovers around the 280, which is spectacular. Defensively, too, he's a cannon of an arm. He's great range defensively, too, so I just feel like he's easily a top 10 player in this game right now. Easily can be higher, too, just needs to see a little bit more because kind of like Tatis, too, they kind of range in that injury type of area where we haven't seen it fully happen yet, but last year I saw enough from Judge to say he's easily a top 10 player in the game.
I've been on the Judge isn't a top 10 player in baseball for a while. And
I used to be, too.
Yeah, and I'd say, I don't have him on my top 10 this year. I'd say he's 11. Like, he's right there. And I think this year he's going to prove it a lot because it's a contract year. I don't think the Yankees sign him to an extension. I think he goes somewhere else. The Yankees they're not spending the money, and he's going to want more than they're going to.
Looks like they're coming closer to an agreement.
I don't think they will. I'm just in the boat of I think they're going to completely botch it, and he's going to go somewhere else because they don't want to pay him.
That'd be a terrible mistake.
But of course it would. But yeah, so I have him at 11, and I think that by next year he'll be top 10 for sure. So that goes to you, Ryan, number 9.
I hate to say this because I love this player, but due to injuries last year, he didn't play as well as he should have. This is where, and I think I have him low, but this is where I have Mookie Betts. I have him at 9. I think it's because he was hurt a lot of last year, didn't play where he usually is at, but he is one of the best defensive players in the league. He's a tremendous hitter. When you think of a franchise star, there's Mookie Betts right there. One of those guys that immediately pops into your head. He's number 9 for me on my list.
If he
and
can,
Spencer, I heard.
he's not.
I can get into that argument today.
That's up to him.
He's not in my
I wrote
top
him down.
10.
He's one of the 23. He's in the top 23.
Oh, 23.
Let's go.
I didn't
He
go.
probably would be my top 25 for sure. He needs to stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, yes, he's for sure top 5 player.
He just needs to stay healthy this year. He got hurt last year. He had hip issues all last year. He'll be fine.
But even in 2020, he had a tough season too. So these are back-to-back.
Okay, if we really want to get into 2020, then
the 28th.
I'm not even going to mention 2020. 2020 is a year that most people throw out.
Yeah, I do too. But even in 2019, like Spencer said, he wasn't as good as we know he can be. So I
still think he's a top 10 player. So
in 2018,
I
that's
so
a
agree with
rigged
you, man.
system. I have him in the top 23.
So agree.
Yeah, I've got to side with Spencer. This side of the stream is
we have the
in agreement.
Yeah.
For now, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
I feel like every position player I picked either hits better than him, defends better than him, or is both better at those things than him.
I do.
And that is my problem with putting him in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the same. Nick, go ahead.
I had some issue.
Sorry, you just went. Spencer, go ahead.
All right. So I at one point the people I had on
It's
this,
good because I thought we were fine.
the people I had on this, all of them ended up going higher. So I ended up on Brandon Woodruff. I think he's an underrated talent. I think he's a little bit lost. Corbin Burns winning it last year. I think if Burns wasn't on the team, he would have been in that spot. Randall Ryan does not like this pick.
No, it doesn't.
no, I don't think he's top 10. I think he's a very good player. He's a very good pitcher, but he's not the best pitcher on that team.
No, that's true.
No, but
Is
he's the
Burns
best.
in your top 10?
According to me, he's the best pitcher on like 28 other teams.
Oh, well, yes, that's
So,
true.
That puts you in the top 10.
Well,
Depending
Well,
on
hold on. Wait a minute. Time out.
what I have pitchers and 4 position players.
oh, wow, okay. Well,
That is part of it.
that is a huge part of it.
You have a
Well,
lot.
At number 9 for me, I have the best pitcher on the Brewers, Corbin Burns. I have him at number 9. While I feel it's a little low based on how well he did last year, just the position players, I have a very position player heavy list, and I think it is a dominant league. in position players, and it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger. So Corbin Burns, to me, while yes, I'd love to have him higher, I just don't think it's quite possible at this point. We came in with 9 seconds left, so
man, they're going to be.
I'm impressed.
They're going to be with a bit of whiplash here.
Oh, we'll see.
You will see.
All right, great. Nick, go right ahead.
This will probably be very low for you guys, but my list is also very position
Player heavy.
Position player.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really?
Position player heavy. I'm gonna go with the second best pitcher in baseball. I'm gonna go Max Scherzer here at 8.
Yes.
At 8?
At 8.
8?
Correct. I said 8 again. And to me, obviously, he was so dominant last year at 21 season again. And obviously this huge move to the Mets now. And spoiler, both these pitchers I have in the top 10 are on the Mets. So
Both. So they're the only two.
they're the only two.
Oh, yes.
So
Nick's turning into a Mets supporter.
No.
Supporter, different.
No, he's not stupid.
Appreciator.
You just see talent, you put on the list. And Scherzer is by far and by way second most talented pitcher on this list in the game right now. And so I have number 8.
Well, I completely agree with you on that.
All right. Number 8 for me.
We'll just do Ryan next.
Ryan, do you want to?
No, Ryan.
I want to hear Ryan first.
Okay,
I
fine.
need Ryan to freak out when I say mine.
Okay, cool. Well, he'll freak out.
You forget anyway.
No, I want to see. Maybe he won't. I want to know what he says.
You guys know I've been a very big hater of Aaron Judge because he can't stay healthy.
Oh,
I have him at 8.
he turned a new.
Aaron Judge, if he can be consistently healthy and play like he did last year, he is a fringe top 5 player. I just need to see him stay healthy again. I'm dead serious, and I think he has the talent to be that guy as well. So Aaron Judge is my number 8.
My feeling is if you have Mookie Betts in your top 10, needs to be above him for sure. Because Judge is a better player right now to me. So that's the way that I see it. So I like I said, I perfectly am happy with that. So Spencer, let's hear what you got.
All right.
Thankfully, we've got 3 minutes for whatever you're about to say. In your twins book, by the way. Very cool.
My Elizabethan twins. This is retro now. Okay. I switched off between 2 guys.
Okay.
So if you guys are like, oh, this other player is way better than this player, that's fine to me because I literally switched 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Okay.
I finished though with Trey Turner at number 8.
Very.
That's. I don't have him.
I love that.
I don't have him in my top 10. So
I very much do.
yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's a good. See, so you're not.
I'm not no one's
He's
No.
because he's a young guy still,
Yeah.
but he has veteran experience now.
There's not
And
one
he
thing you
was
can do.
the best, probably, if you subtract power offensive player last year,
Mhm.
which is pretty impressive.
I consider him a 5-tool player.
He is
Easily.
for sure.
For
He almost
sure.
hit 30
Yeah.
home runs. So
I know without question. I love Trey Turner. Everyone knows that. I think his last year has the best shortstop
I
in
think he is the
baseball.
best shortstop.
I know,
Yeah.
but for me, he's always been great. But he didn't get better last year, and I think other people got better around him, just made them higher. But he's still, an elite player. And I love Trey Turner. He's like I said, top. He's like number 12 for behind Aaron Judge. But
I should read off the 23 people I wrote down when this is over.
yeah, when this is over, if with the time, which I think we may. But so that brings it to me and Nick. Shout out to you because Max Scherzer was my number 8 player in baseball. That shows that we're in agreement here.
That's low. I feel like that's low, and I'm not the guy that's. I'm rooting for
I
him
could
because
easily
like himself.
switch him in my number 7. But the players above him, I look at my
really?
list. I look at my list and I say, like, how much do I want these players on my team, and how valuable are they on any given team? And the players above them, I would rather have them on my team than Max Scherzer, and I love Max Scherzer. He's like my number 8 most wanted player on a team in baseball for me. But I don't know. I just the guys above him, like I said, I've got a very hitter heavy field here, and it is just loaded. So we keep rolling on with number 7, and we are getting into some more heavy hitters here, as we have been all show. So number 7, Nick.
Yeah. So this will be my first Dodger. I have a couple Dodgers
First
on this
Dodger.
list, which is
Wait, do I have any Dodgers on this list? I don't.
you very much should.
I do not have a single Dodger on this list.
Okay, well, I have 3. So,
From now.
yeah.
Wow.
My first of 3.
Who the
And-
heck? All right, whatever. I'm
and
interested.
this guy is actually on the back of your shirt now.
Okay.
I have Mr. Frederick Freeman at number 7. And, there's not much to say about this guy. I mean, other than the fact that he should be an Atlanta Brave. The Dodgers lineup just got even scarier than it did last year. If that makes any sense. Like, if future me told me that, I would laugh in my face, but it's reality.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman's a Los Angeles Dodger. He is a World Series champion, World Series MVP. Not World Series MVP, I believe.
Yeah.
He's done it all at this point in his career, looking to win the ring. I think he very much can this year. And it's Freeman.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can't do. Defensively, he's elite. Offensively, he's potent. And to me, he's easily a top 10 player in this league.
I don't have him in my top 10, but he's definitely like, I've got a lot of those guys. I just keep adding him on. He's number 13.
I'm so glad we're adding him.
He's up there.
I didn't have him in my 23.
Whoa.
Okay. Well,
That's
unfortunate.
Well, when
That
you
is
read my
bold.
23, you will be like, okay, this actually, but
I
like,
would say he's way better than Simeone. So.
I don't think. Yeah, he is definitely better than Marcus Simeone in my eyes.
he plays a more. And Simeone plays a higher defensive calling position,
That's true.
and he's hit.
You have been
about the
valuing all
same.
5 aspects of the game
Yeah.
in this list, which I commend you for sticking to.
And
I-
playing games matters, and Freddie Freeman's done a fantastic job. I just thought him and Paul Goldschmidt are almost identical. And when you see the
That's right, you did
pitchers
say
I
that
put
last
on there, one hits better a little bit, one runs better a little bit. It ends up kind of being a blanket thing. So that's probably 24 and 25 for me. I made a top 25.
Okay. Which is, I would assume you would, but you made a top 23, which is.
I didn't know. I just thought of 23 people.
Oh, okay.
And then
Got
I
it.
looked at the number. I went, who would I put down? And I wrote down, it ended up being like 20, and then I added 3 more during
Gotcha.
the process of it. But
Okay. All right, Ryan, let's hear what you got for number 7.
Max Scherzer. He has proved no matter any situation, that man has been terrific throughout his career. Name a bad year for Max Scherzer.
You can't.
2010.
Well, that was the Tigers. So.
That's with the Diamondbacks.
Oh, yeah. Before,
I'm sure there was one, but it was a long time ago.
But here's the thing. The man, no matter, he's aging like a fine wine.
Yeah.
He keeps getting better and better and better. He should have won the Cy Young last year, and I will go to my grave saying that he should have won the Cy Young last year.
Yeah, I will too.
I will also say that.
And the
What he
thing for
did with the Dodgers was ridiculous. They didn't lose when he pitched. And Michael, it's funny because where'd you have him last year going into the season? Outside your top 5 starting pitchers?
top 10 starting pitchers.
He was outside your top 10?
He's out of my top 10.
Oh,
It
God,
was-
you were even dumber than I thought.
in 2020 last year.
Oh.
It was very
It was
heavy.
unfortunate.
2020. Yeah, it
Wow.
was very tough.
Wow, Michael, wow. Okay.
Hey, I even said to Nick last week, I said, boy, my list that I did last year was awful. Like, it was bad. I feel really bad for
Wow.
you guys.
I don't know what to say about that one. Wow.
I sent it
Okay,
to Marco and Nick last week.
But yeah, I have Max Scherzer at 7. He's the second best pitcher in baseball, and he continues to be elite. It's going to be insane to see he and Degrom be that dynamic duo for the Mets.
I can't believe that Ryan just said a good thing about the Mets. I'm very proud of you.
Well, it's hard not to say anything.
It is about those two.
Yeah, just you wait. I'm about to really. You're gonna have steam coming out of your mouth the way I'm gonna be blowing it up here.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Number 7.
Number 7. This was the guy that kept bouncing back and forth between 8 and 7, and then I spiced in another
Oh.
player. Oh,
Sorry.
I spiced in another guy that you guys will probably freak out at number 6. But at number 7, I had Bryce Harper.
I don't hate
I
it.
don't hate it. He didn't make my top 10.
Yeah, me neither, but I don't hate it. It's not the worst.
He's like
There
number
are-
12 for me.
Honestly,
He's like 12 for me.
He does all 5 things really well, and then he plays every game that he's a little injury prone, but when he's on fire, he's insane.
I had him over Judge, so
Yeah,
I like that. I do. I respect it.
You guys are not gonna like this next one. Though.
It's okay. We're getting
You're
into,
not gonna just like.
we're getting into treacherous territory here. At number 7, I've got Fernando Tatis Jr. And this is I originally had him at 5, so I
Oh,
bumped
wow.
him down to 7.
Okay.
Thanks to you guys.
Okay.
You convinced me. I love Fernando Tatis Jr. and this year would have been the year if he was healthy. putting that preface out there, I would have him at number 4, and I would have him as the best shortstop in baseball. But he's not, and that hurts him a lot. And this was his first year where I was saying for sure best shortstop in the game, and he had to get into motorcycle accidents. So unfortunate for him, but what are you going to do? So now we go on to number 6. Nick, let's get into it.
You guys don't like me for this. Ryan won't care really, but I've always just been high on him. I know maybe the last couple of years maybe you've been outliers for his whole career, I guess, but I strongly still consider Mookie Betts a top 10 player in this game, and I have him at 6 on this list. I don't know.
It's okay.
You know, he does everything. He does everything right, and he elevates the scheme to become a winner. You know, and it's not even just his play. It's just it's his charisma. It's his aura. It's just everything he brings to the game, and he's easily top 10.
If we're doing that, then you have to value Francisco Lindor in a very similar way, because
who are we talking about? The stream cut out for me.
Mookie Betts. We were talking about Mookie Betts, and I said if you're going to talk about Betts, who in the last few seasons has played about never mind. He hit 292.
Did you just try to compare Mookie Betts to Frankie Lindor?
In terms of because he said
I have no.
You didn't hear it.
No, shut it down. Shut it down.
He said the charisma and the way he leads the team plays a factor. And I said, well, if we're going to
that's funny. I don't remember Francisco Lindor hitting I don't remember Mookie Betts hitting 240 last year.
No, you hit 260.
That's funny. That's really funny. I don't remember Mookie Betts ever hitting below 250. That's cute, though. But here's the thing, Michael.
Lowest though was like 259 or something.
No, 264 was the lowest.
So I don't know why you're trying to compare. That's like comparing apples to oranges.
I don't believe they should be compared. I'm just saying that if we're going to compare
comparing it.
I'm saying if we're going to be talking about intangibles for a player that had a tough year, then you have to weigh it for everything.
That is what's being described. We're going to talk about charisma and leadership. Those are things that you can't really punch.
Yeah, that you can't make better for sure. I don't hate it as much as you think I would. Having Mookie Betts number 6, it's not my favorite, but
okay.
I just think it's fat. Once you hear mine, I think this whole situation is very fascinating.
Okay, well, we'll get to yours after Ryan's. Let's hear what Ryan's got.
Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Nakash just said it. The best first baseman in baseball.
Oh, I was like, what is he going to say?
Freddie Freeman is an MVP. He's a World Series champion now. And first off, we all agree it's a crime that he's not a Brave still. But no, there's no way you can tell me that man is not top 10, let alone like in the middle of top 10. He's a great fielder, great hitter. He does it all. Great clubhouse guy. If I am picking from a list of first basemen on who I would want most, Freddie Freeman is the guy at first base.
Yeah. Who did I have over Freddie Freeman this week at first base?
On first basis.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I had over Freddie Freeman last week in top 10 for first baseman. But all right, Spencer, let's hear what you got.
All right. Okay, so this is my problem. This guy fell off the face of the earth last year. I assume he's going to be you guys' number ones. I'm going to be a little bit more skeptical going in here. I think I put Mike Trout at number 6. He's been missing.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
have a good one. I'm done. Yeah, that'll do it.
You'll see the top 4, and you'll be like, okay, we kind of get
no.
You'll see.
It's funny. I said to Nick before the show.
Okay.
If Spencer has Mike Trout anywhere below number 1, I'm kicking him off the show.
Well,
and you have him at 6. You have him at 6.
Okay.
Not even top 5.
You have him at 6.
I only have one true position player.
I need to pause this. The timer can wait.
I have him at number 6.
Okay, hold on. Wait. You said you only have one true position player in your top 5?
Nah, it's the best player in baseball.
Only one true position
Okay, well, we know who that is. So somehow, some way, yes, I do. There's no one else you could have over Mike Trout than the only person who could possibly be better than Mike Trout. There's literally no one else. And if you don't have him in your top 10, you are never allowed back on the show. Plain and simple, which you do have, I'm sure. If you don't have him,
Fascinated now.
if you don't have him,
listeners.
yes, please save. Well,
I'm
please,
going to hide my top.
just show him the other position player. Is the person that should be there?
I'm just confused.
Okay.
There's a lot of script.
There's a lot of
That's what I was
script.
getting at. There was a lot of change.
I'll be surprised as you.
Okay.
At
Oh,
one
God.
point, no, I had my Trout at one point as high as number 3.
Oh!
Well,
3!
that means I have 2 pitchers
Right
ahead of
on.
him.
Okay. So I understand a little bit that he's valuing pitchers high.
No. Look, I'm going to cut you off, Michael. This is ridiculous. Mike Trout at 6? Spencer, I knew it was ridiculous last week when I was told that you put Mookie Betts outside your top 10 outfielders. I did not think it could get worse than that.
This is so much work.
Oh, I don't get it. I know he got hurt. He missed a lot of the season, most of it. But come on.
Plays
It's my freaking Trout.
number 2 position player.
Okay, I saw that player.
That
He
was
is my
my
number
Trout.
2 position
And
player.
while it's close, it's not close. If that makes any sense.
I think it is.
I don't get it.
No, you think position player?
Yeah.
Okay, then you know.
Yeah, we all know the guy that's close.
That's what I'm getting. It's not. He's the number 2 position player right now. And for a guy that literally
that-
had a cataclysmic injury last year that could totally change the way he plays baseball,
That's true.
putting him at number 2 is fair.
Oh God! Which means
No, Mike Trout is.
Not true. I was gonna have him in the
Okay.
top 10. I'm not
I know
gonna
the years of him being the top 10 league are coming to an end, but he is still the best player in baseball.
We gotta see how he plays.
we'll get there when we get to everyone else.
What's he play? You know what? If he wins MVP this year, I'll be wrong.
I'm
That's
really
fine.
intrigued at who your number 1 is.
It's
We'll find out.
number
though.
1 should be obvious. It should be everybody's number 1.
No, our number 1 should be everyone's number 1.
Yes. Yes.
No, because
Yes.
that's okay. Well, when we get there,
When we
I
get
will
there,
plan.
I'll hear your reasoning for it.
Yeah.
So Spencer just
You
my
remember when I said I was gonna pull something like that?
you did, yeah. I did not.
I don't think
I
it's
didn't
that.
have that on my
I'm just
bingo
saying,
card.
For a moment there, you went, okay, that does make some sense. For a moment there,
Okay.
you went,
In
there is a logic behind
So
this.
here-
It's whether or not you choose to believe it.
Here's Earth. Okay, this is Earth. Here's how much sense Mike Trout being a number 1 makes. Here's how much sense that makes. It's more than nothing, but it doesn't make much sense.
I'm just saying, we'll see.
Oh,
And
God.
he had the problems in 2020, and I know that was shorter, but if Mookie Betts is going to be judged off of 2020, Mike Trout should be too. Mookie Betts, by the way, was arguably, people were arguing for him to be the number 1 guy 2 years ago, and that's what I find interesting, is that in the last 2 or 3 years, something crazy's happened to the 2 quote-unquote best players in baseball.
Yeah.
Because shockingly, the fact of the matter is that the reaction should be the exact same way. The Mookie Betts is in there, and you guys didn't freak out about that completely.
Well, they did. I did.
You didn't.
I completely. Oh my god! I was
I'm just
afraid.
saying, there's just wait and see, and you'll be like, okay, we get it.
I cannot wait to see. Just,
All right. So basically, what we have to do is we have to split up your list now that you only have 1 more position player and the rest are pitchers. So you're basically number 2 position players, and then you'll have 5 pitchers. So we can break it down that way. Is like okay, top 5 pitchers, so that it makes some sense.
No,
These are his top 10 players in MLB.
I know.
He
I
has-
know.
He has counted
Yeah.
6.
I know.
Because I think the people ahead of them,
I don't know.
I think one of them
I don't know.
quite literally, arguably, is more valuable. The other one, I think, is going to make his mark. And then the next 3 are doing historical things
I will
that even
say,
Mike Trout isn't even doing.
The position player that he was close to is close to him, but
Yes,
it's not.
we know.
It's
we
not.
know. And we all
And I
said
just love
last
the guy,
year,
too. It's
I
really
also-
hard not to love him.
I
we all
love
love
him
him.
too.
We all
He's-
love him. He's fantastic.
I
And
love
we
him
all
so
said
much.
last year he's going
I
to be
guess
the
he's
number
second.
1 player.
And he was-
one day.
And he arguably was last year.
No, he wasn't a top 3 MVP fight. No, he wasn't. He didn't win
Should've
MVP.
been, and he should have
didn't
won
win.
it, but he was on a team that sucked. He was on a team that sucked. He was.
All righty.
Keep going.
So my
We
number
gotta-
6 is Ronald Acuna Jr.
He's in my top 23.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I hope so.
He was there too with the giant thing. And that's,
Yes, he was.
that's-
He's still my number 6. Because have you seen videos of him in spring training? The dude is.
I'm back.
I love him so much,
Oh,
and I'm so aggravated that he's in the NL East. But I can't waste any more time on this because we've got to get to top 5 because we lost an entire position worth there. That will save a lot of time with number 1. The 3 of us will. So number 5, I don't know. Ryan is alive. So Nick, let's hear your number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Okay.
We talked about this guy earlier. This is my third and final Dodger on this list.
Who was the
And
other one?
Freeman, a rookie.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
To me, this guy's the best shortstop in baseball. I said it earlier.
Okay.
He's a 5-tool player. Trey Turner is number 5 for me. And this guy is consistently hitting 320. I'm a huge batting average guy. Everyone here knows that. You're hitting the 330s. I love you so much. Plays stellar defense, hits for power, drives and runs consistently. He's so fast. Can steal 30 bases easily in a season. Top 5 for me. Easily.
I don't hate it. I don't.
No, I get it. I think there's not much. To me, not too much gel between my top 10 position player guy. I think there's a little bit, but I think it can kind of flip too. And it did on my list. Because at one point I had him as high as number 7, so number 5, so number 3.
Well, at least you had him below Mike Trout at some point.
No, I
That's good.
understand.
That's good. I'm glad.
Crazy, y'all-
You're never gonna live this one down, Spencer. I just want you to know that.
It's gonna be right, and then no one's gonna
No.
talk about it, and
It
that's
is,
the part that
yes.
drives me nuts.
They are. We'll
That's
see.
the
If
part
you're
that
right,
drives
then
me-
we'll.
Nobody has ever told me I'm right about the things I've been right about, so I don't expect.
You were right about Freddie Freeman not going to the Braves. So congratulations. We even gave
I'm
you
just
a
not
half.
thinking Gonzaga.
There's things since freshman year that I've not heard. You had a point.
Well, we'll give it to you if you get it. So Ryan, we'll hear your number 5.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yes.
He is a top 10 player still. I'm going to die on this hill as well. He would have won MVP last year if he did not get hurt.
Ooh.
No, that makes sense.
That's true. If he was the only
And
one.
you know what? You know what? That means I would have predicted both MVP winners correctly. I sincerely think the year that he was on an MVP trajectory there, and he would have won it. He was having a terrific year, and you know what? He's back. He's still going to be the guy, and now he has to take over what Freddie Freeman did as the top guy, and that's just what he's born to do. So he's top 5.
Before you go real quick, just a brief statement. It's sad that there were 3 players last year that if they had stayed healthy would have won the MVP. It's pretty crazy. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but if he had stayed healthy, the Braves probably wouldn't have won the World Series because the 4 guys that got to replace him and Ozuna were
Okay,
the 4
that's
key
fair.
contributors.
Okay, you do have a point there.
Or
That's-
He has a point, but
And number 5.
You
for
have a
me,
point.
That's all I want to hear. See, and they don't support it either. At number 5, I have Shohei Ohtani
Okay.
because he hits as many home runs as Mike Trout, and if you have a guy that can strike out 150 guys as well, that to me is more value. That is value. In
Wait,
that.
is he your last position player that you're counting
No.
on? Okay, good. I was gonna say.
No, there's one more. I'm not.
Okay.
You know how
Okay.
much I like this one guy.
I know. I was a little scared.
I always had him
scared.
high. At one point, I had him really high, and then I went.
Okay.
I need to be a little bit sane about this.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I almost. Okay, good. Well, then we're still in a good spot. At number 5, I have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Vladdy last year was fantastic. The only thing that kept him out of the top 4 is just simply the fact that it was one season. And we know what he can do, and last year was fantastic, and I thought he was going to be great, and I think he's going to stay great. He's got to keep proving it. And if he can keep proving it, he'll be in the top 5 for a very long time. So I'm sure you guys probably all have him in there as well. Hopefully. We'll see. We get now to number 4. And Nick, it is your role, I guess. Well, I don't know what the term is. But
My turn?
yeah, I was thinking of something more like fancy, but
Okay.
I just failed.
All right, yeah. I'm up next to that. Cool.
Yeah.
I got Ronald.
Okay.
And boy, I've missed seeing this guy play. I think we all have for MLB because I can imagine what Braves fans are feeling.
Nick, I think you might be missing someone too, because there are 4 guys on this list that I have left, and you haven't said any of them yet. So we'll see. You probably will have a 2B and 2A again.
Maybe. I
I think you do. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. But no, Acuna for me at 4. Obviously this guy didn't play a game last year. No, not a game. He didn't play more than 40 games last year, and it was really sad to see. And we're seeing the videos now of him in spring training. He's back. Like, he's hitting balls, warning track power again, out of the park again. It's great to see. To me, he's like a better Trey Turner, if that makes any sense. Defensively, he can do everything. He's just as fast. Hits for more power. The batting average is there. Everything is there. Top 5 player in the game. He's number 4 for me.
Ryan is now. I keep forgetting. I keep turning to you, and then it's Ryan.
Number 4, Shohei Ohtani. Reason he's not top 3 is because I need to see him do it again. I think I need to see him also just pitch a little bit more. He threw over 100 innings, had a 3.18 ERA, which, you know what? I'm happy with that, and I think any team will be happy with that. He was great on the mound, but was also tremendous at the plate. Average-wise, I want to also see him go up a little bit, but this guy's a top 5 talent. He's a generational talent. So Shohei Ohtani's a top 5 player. Also, I don't have Vladdy in my top 10. He's only done it 1 year.
I also don't have
He's in my top 23.
Wow.
He's in my top 20.
Okay. I don't know. I think he's, like I said, I think he's going to keep it up for the same reason that you said for Ohtani not being higher, is that, it's only 1 season. So
it's interesting how much slack that you both decided to give a player for that. Okay. At number 4, I have our generation's Ted Williams, Mr. Juan Soto.
we have to take it with a grain of salt, Ryan. He has Mike Trout number 6.
Well, my top 3 are pitchers. This is it. This is my best position player in baseball.
I don't understand.
Because pitchers genuinely contribute more to the game. Did everybody just leave?
No, I put Nick on the screen because he got schlumped real fast.
All I'm saying is that these next 3 guys are making history at a rate that we've never seen before.
I ain't gonna complain because 2 of them are on the Mets.
Yeah,
But
no, exactly.
which means one of them. Wait, hold on. Okay, we'll get there. I might have to give you a hug for your number 1. Maybe, because I think you will. I have a 67% chance that I give you a hug for your number 1.
I'm just saying.
I still don't to make up for it.
Just the top 3 guys I have. One of them's definitely a stretch, and I'll probably be wrong about. But I just.
Oh wow!
But I think at number 4, he's the best position player I have right now in baseball. That's Juan Soto.
Okay.
And and I think by the end of this year, you guys will be like, you're right. So.
Well, he'll be higher. Actually,
I hope so. I would hope so. Don't get me, obviously. I hope somebody I didn't put in my top 25 would make this list by the end of the day, right?
Well, yeah, of course. You hope. Well, I guess.
Like in 2018, Juan Soto wasn't in anybody's list.
Right. Yeah.
Ever.
It's very true.
At the start of the year. So hopefully something like that happens.
Now he's elite. At number 4, I've got Shohei Ohtani. Same reasons Ryan said. It's only been 1 season. You've got to keep it up, and if he does, he'll be top 3 in baseball pretty much every year. Which would be a shame if someone doesn't have him in their top 10.
I know.
You have Ohtani in your top 10?
It's only been 1 year. Same argument as Vladdy. Same argument as Vladdy's guys. It's been 1 year.
Ryan?
He pitched like an ace though before that, and he hit I think you said it both separately.
He's different from Vladdy because he also brings tremendous value on the mound.
But he hit an average pitching year last year.
He hit an above average pitching year.
An average pitching year. A 3.18 ERA is average?
He's like top 5.
Not top 5.
He was a terrific pitcher last year.
He also played he missed like 4 games. And that to me is what really stands out. You do all that.
It's very hard to be.
I think not having Shohei in your top 10 is just as crazy.
Not as having Mike Trout at 6.
It's not.
Are you kidding me?
If you don't think Shohei is
Mike Trout at 6 is worse, but Shohei Ohtani is definitely a top 10 player.
I'm probably
yes, he's the one. He's the one you didn't have in your top that I thought you should.
For sure.
Yes.
I knew that beforehand. I'm sticking by it.
Okay.
Mike Trout
See,
is
the thing is,
second best position player in baseball.
hot dog. Wow, this has been just as exciting as I thought it would be.
My 3 and my 2 could be interchangeable.
All right.
I would also like to point that out, and for different reasons, but mirroring reasons.
Well,
3 and 2 can be switched.
I'm very intrigued. So let's get into it at number 3. Nick, Let's hear what you got.
Spencer prefaced it pretty well. Our generation said Williams. I drafted him second in fantasy last year. Juan Soto. Juan Soto to me is probably the most complete hitter in baseball right now. I think that's very fair to say. Obviously, we don't Trout can do at the plate, but I think Soto's play discipline, just what he can do, he puts it all together completely. And to me, he's the best hitter in baseball.
See, I don't disagree. I agree with everything he's saying, but Mike Trout's better.
Right.
It's plain and
That's why
simple.
Soto's 3.
I know. Well, he's saying that this is reason why we shouldn't be aggravated at him, but it's still.
Well, it's Mike Trout. That's why I'm aggravated.
Also, Ryan, something that's flying under the radar here is you and I have a very, very similar list, which I'm intrigued to see who you have at number 3.
Surprise, Michael. Jacob Degrom's on my top 10.
You're funny,
No, he's
guy.
kidding. He's
You're
kidding.
funny, yeah, man.
I'm 100% joking because he's number 3 on my list.
I was like,
Funny
This
guy.
guy would arguably be number 1 if he could stay healthy, but he
in
can't.
baseball?
He could be up there if he stayed healthy.
Are you kidding?
But the man cannot stay healthy, so there's why he's number 3. I need him to be healthy. That's why he's.
Who do I?
Well, regardless if he's healthy, the Mets won't win games he pitches because they don't have an offense to help him ever.
Okay, that's not true.
Well,
I'll let Nick speak. For me
in
on this.
June, that may not be true, but it's going to be true to begin the year.
Okay,
Okay.
Because there's no depth,
over his career,
depth on that Mets.
his records when he's won the Cy Young have been like 9 and 8. It's because the offense that he has is terrible when he's on the mound.
Oh, here he is.
He is. He has a strained oblique, but he's going to be ready for opening day.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the problem with the Mets. They do really well, and then all their guys get hurt, and the AAA team sucks every year.
That's true.
And then they go 5-21 in June.
Hey, they did really well with their AAA team last year. It was when everyone got healthy that they sucked. It was kind of ironic last year. They were in first for the longest time when they had a hurt team.
That's
All right.
that's the Mets curse.
So let's hear your number 3.
My number 3 and my number 2 could be interchangeable for mirroring reasons.
Because there's we know the 2 that are there that he still has left, and I'm shocked that he has the 1 still left. But I'm really intrigued as to who this other pitcher is.
At number 3, I have Max Scherzer.
Okay,
I think what
so he's one of the 2. Who the heck's the other guy?
I think his level of dominance the end of the year was historic and insane. And when he takes the mound,
I don't know.
how he is able to dominate is more dominating than any position player in baseball right now. And I think that's true for the next 2 other guys as well.
You're probably not wrong. I think in baseball we value hitters a lot more than pitchers. Maybe
Which
not
isn't-
necessarily as
Which
much
I
as
don't
we
understand
should.
because when you think about baseball, the highest paid players are normally the pitchers. As of now, you're seeing $35 million contracts going to Max Scherzer. You're not seeing that for a lot of position players,
Well, Soto was up for $400 million.
but
Yeah,
but that's over a longer period of time. You're getting $36 million a year for a pitcher. But it's also historically when you go to a baseball game and they have the title card up and it's Mets versus Braves. What's right under Mets and Braves?
pitcher.
The pitchers, because those are the
Well, the
headliners
Mets
for
have
the
the whole
events.
lineup actually.
But you know what I mean. You know, at Wrigley,
Yes,
that is the headliner. That is the guy you're going to see.
that is true. I agree. I don't hate you having Max Scherzer
I
number
think
3. I'm very happy about
3 and
that.
2 can be interchangeable. I just think that one person did the run at the beginning of the year and one person did the run at the end of the year. And they both did very historical things in the beginning, and then one did very historical in the end. And it's already somebody that's been said, and nobody remembers this, which I also think is insane. I think it just got hit by somebody. He did. He literally made.
I know he did. I know he
Okay,
did.
okay.
I know
Go.
he did. I know
You
he
say
did.
you, and then I'll say it.
Number 3 is Jacob Degrom. I know who you have. I'll confirm that you're right. That I was right when you say it.
I mean,
I really hope you don't have him at number 1.
No.
Okay, good. Okay, that makes you feel a little bit better. And I also don't hate it because he
My logic here
Oh,
stayed the
yeah,
same
all right.
throughout.
Well,
so it's
okay.
not.
number 3 is Jacob Degrom for me. And Ryan did all the explanation in the world for me. I'm the Mets fan. Everyone knows I love Jacob Degrom. Ryan gave the non-Mets fan answer. Jacob Degrom, I don't think he would even be the best player in baseball, even if he was healthy all year. While he would have won the MVP, he might have been number 1 for me, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. He was on pace for the best season from a pitcher in the history of the game. Too bad he got hurt. Thank God for the universal DH, so we don't have about it anymore. Number 2, let's do this. I have a feeling 3 of our 4 number 2s are going to be the same. Can we say it all on 3, guys? 1, Ryan, you need to unmute yourself for this. We're saying our number 2 once because, Nick, you and I are saying them all at once.
And I am the special case.
Yes. So 3, 2, 1, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto. Juan Soto is the second best player in baseball.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ryan and I
Juan Soto is the second best player in baseball.
Oh, you have what's, yeah, okay. Nick, number 2. Number 2.
Best pitcher in baseball. It's not close. After one, it's
I forgot. I'm sorry. It's
Jacob Degrom is the second best player in baseball to me.
to
Me, there's few guys that I've ever seen pitch and can say that when he goes on the mind, that's not an adequate win for your team. You know, I would say prime Justin Verlander was a guy like that. Prime Max Scherzer was a guy like that. Right now, Scherzer's still a guy like that.
You'll never pick against Jacob Degrom,
No.
is what I would say, because to me, it's not always an automatic win to the Mets.
Well, of course,
And he can't control whether they win.
Yeah, you'll never pick.
Except he
You'll
actually
never
did.
pick the Mets to lose that game ever.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
Well, they might not actually.
If he doesn't get the win, he's getting no decision. That's
Yeah.
my thing.
Yes,
There's guys like that in this league that I've seen for a long time now. DeGrom's easily probably the best one I've seen of that caliber, and it's amazing to see. You know, I just remember a random story, just real quick. I remember I was working at Chili's. 5 minutes go on, the inning just started. DeGrom was pitching against the Braves. My friend was up to me. He's like, "You see that inactive inning you just threw?" I was like, "What?" 9 up, 9 down. It was over. He threw an inactive inning. It was spectacular. That's when I just knew he was just. It's not close. He's the best pitcher in baseball by a long shot. I have Scherzer at 8. I have DeGrom at 2, so that drop off is pretty significant to me.
That is pretty big. I have my difference is 8 and 3, so it's also a pretty big jump for me as well. So yeah, I agree. So Ryan and I have Juan Soto. Ryan, you can speak for the Juan Sotoers of the world for why he's number 2.
What else do you need to know about Juan Soto? The man can hit bombs. The man can get on base. That's the best eye I have ever seen. That man does not chase. His on-base percentage is historically on pace to be one of the best, if not the best ever. Juan Soto in the next couple of years will be regarded as the best player in baseball.
Ooh, love it.
I said
That's
that
what
last
I
year.
just said.
I said it last year. Again, I don't disagree with it, but Mike Trout's better. Again, we'll say it in a second when we all come together. And
The career he might have was, but I'm just saying right in this moment. I'm just okay.
All right, so
okay.
number 2, guys, just prepare yourselves, Nick and Ryan, because you're gonna be
do
flamboozled that he's above Mike Trout. But please explain to them
Here's
why.
my lot. Okay,
the
Max
Cy Young winner.
Scherzer is old, and I'm picking youth over wisdom, which is probably the mistake I'm really making here. At number 2, the guy started out the year becoming the longest pitcher to ever. What was it? Not
Most strikeouts without a walk.
most strikeouts without a walk.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Mr. Burns, would you please stand up?
Excuse me, what?
What he does
Oh,
for that
man,
Brewers
Ryan.
team,
I give up.
it's just. What do you need to know?
I need to know why.
Why?
I need to know why he's a better baseball player than Mike Trout.
Because when Mike Trout comes up to the plate,
Yeah.
he still misses 7 out of 10 times.
Oh my God! And that's
When Corbin Burns is pitching,
batting average. That means that that means when
Oh,
Corbin Burns is
hold
every
up.
baseball player ever.
Wait a minute.
And that-
Stop me right.
And that is why I have pitchers ahead of these position players. Is because when Corbin Burns is pitching, he's going to strike out 12 of the 20 guys or whatever.
Let's go over this real quick. Corbin Burns is not better than Max Scherzer, first off. Second off, Corbin Burns is great. He is. But he is not better than Mike Trout. His value is not as big as Mike Trout or Soto or Acuna. This is crazy.
Correct. All correct.
You know, one of these guys won an award last year, and the other guys they had to have reconstructive surgeries for their bodies to work in basic function. So I'm just saying.
Time out. We have a resident. I have my roommate Parker here.
That's
Here's what he has to say about Trout.
That's just for the sake of being different.
What did he say?
I'm not trying to be different.
That's a take. That's a take you're making just to be different.
No.
We've got 2 minutes.
I genuinely believe it. Why would I lie? I'm not one of those people that's going to blow. Like, this is just what I genuinely think that.
So at number 1, we all have Mike
different.
Trout. We all have Mike Trout.
It should be Mike Trout.
Be the most nonchalant
Mike Trout.
ever because I'm
It's Mike Trout.
who has him at number 1.
I have Degrom in one. What he's doing is even more historic than what Mike Trout is doing. Because Mike Trout is a comparable too. What Jacob Degrom is doing, what he did last year and what he's been doing is unprecedented in the sport of
It's
baseball.
hard for me to be upset.
And it is proof that the sport needs to. The reason why all these changes are happening is because DeGrom is being too successful. At the end of the day, the reason why baseball, they're trying to fix the offense is because DeGrom is cheat coding his way through this game.
You're not wrong about that. You got
Nobody's changed the rule for Mike Trout. They're changing the rules against DeGrom.
Well,
They are. They actively are.
well, actually, they
How
They-
against him?
I don't know. I don't have much to say. I am very grateful that you have Jacob Degrom at number 1.
As
I
a Mets fan, you're great.
as a Mets fan,
He's going to strike
But
out
as a-
15 of the
as a
27
baseball
guys he
fan-
As they running the bases.
as a baseball fan, the only way that's acceptable is if you have the caveat of, well, Mike Trout's obviously number 1, so Jacob Degrom is
That's not
the
the
other
caveat.
number 1.
That's
But
the
there's no
caveat.
caveat, so it's hard to accept. But I am very glad that you have Jacob Degrom at number 1. And don't get me wrong, I completely believe that Jacob Degrom is the most dominant player in baseball, but he needs to stay healthy. And if he can do that, watch out, baseball. So that's our top 10 players in baseball. That was another fun one. And this is always the most controversial show of the year. So don't worry, guys. This is the last time we're going to be yelling this much. We'll still yell.
Yeah, why would we yell?
We're
Just
going to
wait till
yell.
Power rankings.
Yeah, I'll wait till power rankings. Those are always a blast.
Oh, okay.
So thank you so much for watching, you guys. We had a blast this week.
Can I give you my 23?
If you rattle them off super quick,
All right.
because the next show I
Bryce
believe is-
Harper, Mike Trout, Jacob Degrom, Corbin Burns, Zach Wheeler, Max Scherzer, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, Starling Marte, Ron Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, Carlos Correa, Fernando Tatis Jr., Garrett Cole, Brandon Woodruff, Ohtani, Walker Buehler, Trey Turner, Jose Ramirez, and then 24 and 25 would be Freeman and Goldschmidt.
Yeah, sorry.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
God.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
God.
cool.
I was just listening.
Just they're in a pool.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it. Okay, cool.
They made the pool.
We're rad. Starling Marte. Wow. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a blast. We'll see you next week. Nick and Ryan won't be here, unfortunately, but it'll be Spencer and I. We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna have a good one. It's our last show before we take a week off for opening day. So we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good week, everybody.